So we're on the final stretch. So let's go and kind of fix up a few things. When I was kind of working on this, or just kind of looking at this, your cheekbone is supposed to come out further than any eye pouch or anything. So I was kind of assuming this would have been my cheek, but I decided it wasn't going to be, because then what the heck would this be? So we're going to need to go ahead and pull these out some. So we can grab maybe these two guys here with the radius soft mod or soft selection tool, and then maybe bring it down even smaller and start pulling this out. And we just really want this to come out further than this area, because that's more or less what your cheekbones do, or again the kind of bottom portion of your eye socket. We'll just kind of round this off, shape that out. There we are. So we have our shapes, and they're kind of feeling better here. So continuing with getting these down. Alright, so I think that feels a lot more natural. And then there's also a thing, looking at the reference, this kind of does come down, and I have this little flat which reads as strange, if anything else. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and just kind of round this out a bit. So let's grab a few of these and then bring this up, and then just kind of round that out. So this should read a little more natural than having it flat.
Okay, so do we have Ethernet cables for all of them?
That's a good question.
Because that would be the only thing would hinder us.
You know what? I have.
Okay, so let's continue on.
I'm sure we can come up with a third.
Okay, I thought there were 4 in there, weren't there?
I think 3 of them are for the online, and let me check the email. The 4th might be.
Okay, just kind of start pulling some of this down.
Yeah, one of the towers away that another monitor.
Okay.
So just 3 of the machines. And the monitors.
Oh, we can do it.
Alright, we're still just grabbing points and just moving them. So nothing really special yet. No. Alright, so we'll grab these and then just kind of round that down. And then we'll grab you. Kind of get you there.
I'll carry it for you down.
Oh, we're not put them on top or
Alrighty.
Okay. Where do you want to put them?
So just continuing to flesh this out some more, just so we have kind of a jaw here, and I think that will read a little better. So I feel maybe just pull some of this out some more, and then we'll be good to go as far as those changes are concerned. We'll grab you, bunk, and just kind of pull you out. We'll grab you, shape that out. Gonna shape out the red panda face. Oh yeah. Gonna shape out that red panda face. Okay. So we have some of those changes there. Let's kind of soften this out a little bit. A little harsh.
Now, these monitors don't have the eyesight in the camera.
Okay.
So I talked to Pete about it already.
There we are. So that feels better. We can also pull these up some more. Tighten this up.
Yeah, they look like third party, but they're just rebuys. Okay.
Okay. So we just kind of fill these out. Pull it up. All right.
LED displays, these are exactly what we have.
Sweet. So that definitely feels a little more natural than what was there earlier. All right. So we have that. We're going to need to duplicate this eye over. Over here. Cool. So we have the eye in place. A mouth cavity. So let's go ahead, hide this proxy, and then let's start getting a mouth in here. So for the mouth, you're going to want to kind of follow what you have already laid out. So it's going to kind of be I was thinking about extruding or extracting these faces and just kind of pulling in, which might actually work out pretty well since there's a lot of point pulling that's going to happen. So if we grab these faces, and then just grow selection like so, we can grab these points. We'll hit F3 and then we'll go to mesh, extract option box. I don't want to separate extracted faces. Yeah, let's separate them. Why not? All right, so they're separated. So now I have this separate piece. So then I can just duplicate that, grab the verts, and then I'm going to push this along the normals. So we're going to hit Control spacebar, grab the normals, and then we're just going to push these along the normals. So then now I have this kind of inner lip here. So now I can combine these two together. Mesh combine, and then we can start appending polygons here. Let's go ahead. Wait, you didn't combine. Mesh combine. There we are. So now they're combined. We're going to go ahead and I'll do kind of this little thing here. I'll append two edges. So shift right click, append, click to click. Let's select these guys, grow selection, and then I'm going to invert the normals for this because this should be on the inside. Normals reverse. So now that the normals are reversed, now when I append, shift right click in object mode, append polygon, that should work. Okay, so I'll do that end and I'll do this end here. Whoops. Right click. Okay. Enter the tool again. From here to here. So now with that, I can go ahead and grab the edge, and fill hole. Shift right click, fill hole, and that will fill in that gap. Now all I have to do is just grab my split polygon tool and then just go from point to point, which would be, in my opinion, just a little faster than the append polygon tool, since I'm just more comfortable with it.
Well, there is a separate power cord for it.
But they usually have it from brick.
Well, they're the old ones did. The new ones don't.
Oh, okay, so this is the power cord.
Let's isolate this, show view selected. That's kind of weird. Whoops.
I mean, it's got the four little leads on it.
So we're just gonna go ahead, get this kind of going here for our upper lips. So grab our multi object and just kind of move these. And then these parts can append from here to here. Append a polygon from here to here. Append a polygon from here to here. Cool. So that creates a closed lip. Let's go ahead and show selected here. So with this, this would give us kind of a lip. We'll grab these points here. Kind of move these out. Alright, so that was kind of a neat way to get the lip, and I probably could do just do that for the entire patch instead of doing it for the little bit that I did. And I don't want to merge these pieces. So we got that. And from here, I can show you the alternate method. We'll select this to this, hit B, and then we'll just extrude, and then we'll just move these out. Move out. So just kind of show you multiple methods here. So with this, we'll go ahead, we'll select these guys, extrude, pull down, And then we'll just grab these edges, move them back up so they're not colliding with this section. There we are. And you want to be careful how you position these. You don't want them too close to the deforming geometry, since when it deforms it might clip the mouth, the inner mouth cavity, so you just want to be careful with that. So we'll round that off, round this off, keep on rounding, rounding.
Good news is it can still iChat, and if they do screen sharing, it should be usable.
Cool. So now this this can append to here, and then we can just go ahead and add more, or I can just grab these like so, and then I can just append, not really append, but I can combine first, mesh combine, and then append from here to here, and then here to here, append again,
Do they have set up for the network?
so we'll grab the points, delete this, and this will come down into, really, are you a border edge? Let's do a conform faces. I just think that nope, it is a border edge. So we'll grab these points, weld those points, merge center, and then let's delete that edge. There we go. So now I can just take this topology and just kind of run it in through here. But first, this first loop will connect to this first loop. I'll delete these guys, and we'll start bringing this around. Bring you around. Cool. So with this, I can go insert edge loop tool, option box, multiple with 2, and then just add these edges. Boom. So now we got, now we have these, this portion of our lip, and then we can just go ahead and just grab these guys. And maybe start pulling out, or we can extrude. So shift right click extrude. We'll lock that, and we'll just bring this coming back. Reset. Cool. So we'll pull that up. There we are. We'll extrude again. Extrude. So we got that. Then now we can insert some more loops. I was just hoping on adding one. Maybe I should check on my options. Check on my options. There we are. So more or less the mouth is in the house. We're going to want to smooth that out. Let's see if the Sculpt Geo tool works. Yes! I finished the entire tutorial and now finally the Sculpt Geometry tool is working. So we're going to round that off a bit. Instead of using the relax, I'm going to use the smooth function, and that will do a, well, smooth. It's not going to care about the topology, and everything in here is going to round off. Because there's a lot of geometry in here, and using the commands that was using the relax ended up giving me harder edges in here, so I ended up using the smooth instead. So let's go ahead and insert loop, insert loop, insert loop, insert loop, and one more. And then we can go ahead and smooth again. Cool, so now let's go ahead and grab our vertices. Merge vertices. So hopefully, now if I sculpt Geo, yeah, they are welded. We can do a relax out here on the outside. I think we're missing some verts here. Let's go ahead and grab these down. Merge to center. Merge to center. Merge to center. Okay, just playing around with the shapes. Now this edge, where the heck do you want to go? Kind of pull this up away from the deformable mesh, or the deforming geometry. Shape you out. Shape you out. There we are. Cool, so we have that, and then we can go ahead, we can put the uvula in. Extrude. Delete. Bring that down. Insert edge loop. Bam. Scale. Scale this together. Pull it down. There we are. And then if I need to, I can add a loop, because I'm in the loop, and then I could just pull this down. Boom. Bam. Sweet. So just rounding that out, or maybe just go ahead and loop that around. Pull this up and out. Get this out, and just rounding off this shape. I'm not going to get too crazy in here. I have been known to model out more and like kind of the bone here, this backbone, that would kind of go. So you would grab something like this, and then you would start by positioning it. There we go. You'll start by positioning this line, and then you would start extruding. So it would kind of go something like this. Whoops. Just turn on tweak. Grab tweak mode, and then we'll just go ahead and click and drag. And then you would just kind of extrude these points out. So grab this, shift, double click, shift, double click, and then, whoops, double click, no. So you grab those guys, and then extrude it. Extrude. So that's if you want to get all detailed and fancy, but I don't. I just want to get kind of the mouth cavity in there. Since when you open your mouth, you're gonna want to see, a mouth, not the back of a head. All right, so that's in place. And then we can go ahead and block out some generic teeth, or we can go ahead and bring in teeth that we already have, and we can do that. No, we can do that, but I'm just kind of think this through. Gonna think this through. I'm just gonna do the extract again. I'm gonna grab from here to here. I'm going to grab this mesh, extract. I was just thinking that through completely. I'm like, is there another option for me? I guess not. So Control D to duplicate. We'll just grab reset tool, center pivot, and just kind of bring this back. So this would be the kind of start of our teeth and gums. We'll bring you in. Cool. So for this, let's go grab these guys. We'll extrude edge, and just kind of pull this out. Extrude, and then move it in Z, or negative Z there. So that would be kind of our gum. We'll need to play with these, turn on tweak mode, tweak them back into the face, or into the mouth cavity at least. Alright, so now we have to get these together. So we'll get you in here, you in here, we'll kind of bring you down, you will draw down, just clean up, bam, boom, boom, delete, and bring you here. So there'll be a top jaw and a bottom jaw. So that's something to keep in mind. Grab our edge, delete you. Cool. So we have gums. Let's separate the top and the bottom. And there we are. So it's kind of a roughed out gum. And for these, you can figure out how you're going to want to do your teeth. To be honest, you can just go ahead, grab these, and have it be both your teeth and your gums, which works pretty well with stylized stuff. That's what I'm going to do here for time's sake, but I might be tempted to go ahead and do some teeth. Some red panda teeth. So you can have like some teeth kind of just poking out, like a fang, a red panda fang hanging out. Just walk around, be right, with your red panda fang hanging out. Okay, bad reference. Okay, we get that.
They have to set up their iChat account. But then,
Alrighty, so this will be our teeth. Ta-da!
there you are, John.
So we'll grab these guys, kind of just pull them down.
That's still usable, it's just that we can't do firmware updates and all these guys just came right in and did their job.
Grab you guys, pull them down. So that would be kind of the start for our teeth. We're just going to give them kind of weird teeth there. So, well, at least we have teeth in place. And then with this, we can go ahead and duplicate this over. Just hit Control D. We'll open up our channel box. And then scale this -1. And then just move that over. Whoop. Cool. So with that, we'll just combine, mesh, combine, and this will be pretty straightforward. You just grab these points, merge to center, merge to center, merge to center, merge to center. We'll grab these guys, merge to center, G, hit the G command, and the last one, G. Cool. So here are red panda teeth. We kind of widen this up a bit. This doesn't look that great over here. We'll just maybe clean this up and then maybe re-mirror it later or just redo it on the opposite side. We'll get this gone. Redraw this here. Grab you, delete you. Oh, interesting. Pull you out. Extrude edge. And then we'll weld that down. Merge to center. Meh. Grab these guys, just pull them out.
Shortcuts would be here theoretically. Just eject them and then whoever comes in will get the login.
Grab you. Bring you down. Bring you down.
I guess we have to fix the mice. They have the whole control down.
Goodbye. Cool. So there is my teeth. Oh, I keep seeing more things that probably should be fixed, and keep fixing them.
Falling off the world.
How we just take that and just pull it down, scale it.
I'm done. That's true.
Nope. Cool.
Like, done.
So we got us some teeth, and let's name it teeth. Red panda teeth. Red panda teeth. So we have our mouth cavity. We got us some teeth in here. Let's go ahead. We'll select our mesh, and then let's kind of mirror this over. We have actually some points over here that we can clean up. On the top. And do we have any down here? That's not too bad. We'll relax that out. So that's not bad. And then we'll hit that up. And then we'll get this down on the wrench. Delete you. Bring you down. Sculpt Geo.
Love it.
Cool. So, so we got that, and we just figure out where we want to take these loops. I can take this to this border edge here,
I don't have it at all.
there, and then for this we'll take this,
Oh, okay.
we'll take it up. Whoops. Take it up. Try that from there. We'll take you, pull it into here. Grab a Sculpt Geo tool. Sculpt Geometry tool. Cool, so we're just sculpting out. And then this, I can just jam up into that side. So by collapsing this, sliding that edge over, and then split from here up into the side. Delete that. So, cool beans. The neck will need more geo to deform. 1, 2. I'm gonna do another one. Let's try that. Sculpt Geo. And there's a little part to clean up down there. I can see it. Collapse. Cool. Cool. So, so that kind of cleaned up that geometry there in the hand. We got the trap still coming up. We got this radial coming, the red panda radial. I kind of flattened a lot of that out over here. Is there any loops I need to come down? Nope. So, we got a lot of geometry here that needs to be adjusted. Smaller brush. And then just start tapping. Oh, yeah, let's reattach these pieces. So we got that. And then let's weld these pieces. Merge verts. Cool. So let's go ahead and mirror this character in half, or mirror these halves together. Let's try mirror polygon with -x, and that's not going to work because the line isn't perfectly straight. So instead we can do it by hand. Control D, and then we'll negative scale in X. And then down here is kind of where we were having that issue. Let's go ahead and just pull these in. We'll grab those guys, we'll hit B, and move this in. And then we can try that mirror polygon again with -x. Nope. So let's try double clicking this edge, turning off B, and then if we go to retain component spacing here, turn that off, and let's see if we can snap it in X to grid.
I really do. I've been walking around like, why am I even here? Like, there's nothing. But now that it's on my laptop, it's very installed and shit. Oh, they're installing it right now.
So let's try that. Or
Is this the 50%?
It probably is, because I think it's old stock.
I don't know. Maybe. It could be like yours.
Yeah.
Even that one's better though, right?
cool.
Okay.
So shift right click. Mirror polygon -X. For the most part, that worked. Our tolerance is set too high. So we'll hit Control A. We'll go to Poly Mirror. We'll bring this down until everything looks like it works. We'll just put this to 0.1. And that actually looks like it worked well. So let's go Sculpt Geometry Tool. Bring up the size of our brush. Kind of sculpt that out. So we're just doing a little touch-ups here, but for the most part, that is our red panda. There's some points in the middle. We can touch up there. And I'm thinking playing with this connection here. This fall off, I'm not quite liking this here, but for the most part we hit our shape, and then if you want to modify these things, you just use more or less the same tools that we had earlier, that we used earlier. So we can try going to multi, grab these guys here, we'll hit B, and then we'll move along a face and pull up this angle. Let's close our attribute editor. So we'll go reference a face, click a face, and then just start. So very cool. So with that, our toes are kind of jacked up a little bit. Just a little bit though. So what I can do, I'll just smooth this out, and because it's a time, just smooth that out and not worry too much about the toes. So I think it's this brow here that's really bugging me, the shape. I wanted it to be done, but let's see. Bring that up.
Make sure the paperwork's in order.
Yeah, no problem.
Great, thank you.
Cool. These little moves, for the most part, it's just based off of preference, direction, but to get up to this point, it's a pretty big deal. So I'll consider almost maybe it being done. There's just one thing that I just need to figure out what's kind of bothering me. Let's see. We'll grab our move, turn on reflection. Cool. So there is our red panda. File, save scene as. Red panda complete.